go off the rails. Did you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew. Don't need bags or a pass. Say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off for you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon from this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't feel enchanted, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for this. So let's do the Odyssey.
It was a beautiful morning on the island of Sodor. Thomas the Tank Engine's blue paint sparkled in the sunshine as he puffed happily along his branch line with Annie and Clarabelle. He was feeling very pleased with himself.
Oh, hello there, Thomas. You look splendid.
Yes, indeed. Blue is the only proper colour for an engine.
Oh, I don't know. I like my brown paint.
I've always been green. I wouldn't want to be any other colour either.
Well, anyway, blue is the only colour for a really useful engine. Everyone knows that.
Percy said no more. He just grinned at Toby. Later, Thomas was resting when Percy arrived. A large hopper was loading his trucks full of coal. Thomas was still being cheeky.
Careful! Watch out with those silly trucks.
Go on!
Go on!
Go on!
Muttered the trucks.
And by the way, those buffers don't look very safe to me.
Whoops!
The last load poured down.
Help! I'm choking! Get me out!
Percy was worried, but he couldn't help laughing. Thomas's smart blue paint was covered in coal dust, from smokebox to bunker.
You don't look really useful now, Thomas. You look really disgraceful.
I'm not disgraceful. You did that on purpose. Get me out!
It took so long to clean Thomas that he wasn't in time for his next train. Toby had to take Annie and Clarabelle.
Poor Thomas,
Whispered Annie to Clarabelle. They were most upset. Thomas was grumpy in the shed that night. Toby thought it a great joke, but Percy was cross with Thomas for thinking he had made his paint dirty on purpose.
Fancy a really useful blue engine like Thomas becoming a disgrace to the Fat Controller's Railway.
Pah!
Next day, Thomas was feeling more cheerful as he watched Percy bring his trucks from the junction. The trucks were heavy and Percy was tired.
Have a drink,
Said his driver.
then you'll feel better.
The water column stood at the end of the siding with the unsafe buffers. Suddenly, Percy found that he couldn't stop. The buffers didn't stop him either.
Oh no! Help!
The buffers were broken, and Percy was wheel-deep in coal. It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything.
Now Percy has learnt his lesson too.
He chuckled to himself. That night, the two engines made up their quarrel.
I didn't cause your accident on purpose, Thomas. You do know that, don't you?
Of course. And I'm sorry I was cheeky. Your green paint looks splendid again too. In future, we'll both be more careful of coal.
Thomas and Percy, best friends you'll see. Thomas and Percy, best friends you'll see. Thomas and Percy, blue and green, best of friends that you ever see. Thomas and Percy, blue and green, best of friends that you ever see. Thomas and Percy, blue and green, best of friends that you ever seen.